Hello out there to all of my amazing Facebook clients, friends, and the like. I'm Jonathan Bengal here, host of Naked Tax Talk Raw, where babies we bear down to the naked truth about your tax lives. And we do that by having an open conversation about your personal life, your business life, and of course, your money life. And in case you've not noticed, I'm actually coming to you from a whole brand new background. Yes, so you'll have to let me know if you like it, because of something. Something happened. There we go. Haha. And that is I'm coming to you from a new space here. I'm on the ninth floor here in downtown Phoenix, Arizona, and we're shooting today's episode from my new office location. And this is just a small little fraction of what the camera will show, but I'm super excited to be here. I cannot believe that my dreams are coming true. I like to share a story with you about dreams and wishes. And that is that a few years ago, had to have been at least 4 years ago or so, every time that my husband and I would go to the Phoenix Symphony, yes, I'm a season holder, and we would go, and as we would come up from the parking garage, and as we would cross, I think it's Washington and something else, I'm not quite sure, I can't remember the streets exactly, but the point is when we cross the street, I would see these big, huge, tall, leaning towers like the one behind me, skyrocketing up. And I would say to my husband, one day JB Financial is going to be in one of these buildings. One day JB Financial is going to have a space here downtown. And I said it every single time I went to Symphony Hall with my husband. And I believed it inside of my hearts of hearts that someday, sometime, I would be having this dream become a reality. So I'm super excited to tell you that today is day number 2 of unpacking. So I still have a few minor adjustments to make, but I've actually completely have moved into the 9th floor here in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. I have a gorgeous view. I'll show you maybe next show of what I get to see outside of my window, looking at the central corridor and seeing traffic flowing, going back and forth, and all these beautiful places. I can see the Sky Harbor Airport from here. It's just, I cannot believe it. Like, I cannot believe that I'm in my own dream, experiencing my own reality. It's interesting because, a lot of times people will say like, what they want in life. Some people say, I want a better boyfriend, or I want a better wife, or I want a better business, or I want more money, or I want to pay less taxes, or I want. And here's the thing about life. It takes a lot of freaking patience. It takes a lot of patience for us to get with the things that we want. And I apologize. Like, I just set up this little studio area and I want to move. Like, I want to move my arms around and I'm so confined. So let me see here. Let me make some adjustments in real time. After all, this is my show, Naked Tax Talk Raw. Okay. So it's kind of like when you're in bed and you're like, I need to adjust myself before I get to business with you. Okay. The good stuff's coming. I just got to like adjust. So let me figure this out. Hold on a second, because I'm in my cool, comfy chair. All right, there we go. All right, I think I can move now. Can I move? Yeah, I can move. All right. So my point is that we, every single one of us, we make these dreams, and we want instant satisfaction. We want to arrive at our destination overnight within seconds. We talk about like, I want to have a better life, and we expect it overnight. And the truth is that it takes a long time of dedication. It takes a long time of you truly putting in the effort and everything else into your experience, into what you're trying to ultimately accomplish in your own life. And thank you so much, Alex, from the UK, by the way, from the UK. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm super excited. Thank you for the congratulations. I accept it. Thank you. I cannot believe it. Like, I'm here in my dream, like I'm here in my own reality, looking out here and inspired, thinking about how I want to lift up my community. And when I say community, I mean you out there, the business owners that listen to this, to the employee that listens to this, to the accountants that listen to this show. I want to raise us all up like these amazing sky towers, these amazing towers that we're surrounded by, in that same way, because together, when we can come up, this is when real change happens in our lives. Today I was in a networking group. And by the way, if you're a business owner, your butt better be in some networking groups. I don't care who you are. No, but it's true. It helps when you network. And I'm in this group called Network Together, and it's a great, amazing networking organization that I belong to. And we had this amazing, amazing, amazing speaker named Howard, and he gave us a conversation about how he helps speakers and, ultimately raising our vibration. And it's not the first time I've heard this phrase of raising who we are, because I've been on a personal quest to raise my own elevation upwards, to raise myself upward. And I realized that that is it. This is the message that I'm supposed to bring to the world today. And that is change. Change is not everybody's best friend. In fact, when we had to move to Tucson, I was 14 years old. It was in September 1994, and I was 14. No, I was 13. Sorry, I was 13, and we had to move like overnight to Tucson, Arizona. And I remember being so afraid and so upset and so just discouraged that all of my life that I knew it as a 13-year-old would come to an end, and a whole new life would begin. And what I was afraid of the most was change. I was afraid of, the students, I shouldn't say students, my friends, like my 1, 2 good friends, that I actually made in school. And it's really hard sometimes for nerds to make friends. I'm just saying. And I happened to meet two very good friends. And all of that was going to disappear. And the idea of like going to a different high school, which I was just getting ready to go into, all of that was just taken away. And I was ultimately afraid of what the future was bringing. That was the change. Literally, my whole life was being changed, from the environment to the support system to the schools to everything. And for a 13-year-old person, that's a lot to put onto someone's soul. I don't blame my mother, by the way, at all whatsoever, because she was doing what was best for her. And actually, when you look back, and isn't this a good thing when we look back? And when I looked back on that experience, I realized, had my mother never moved us, I couldn't be here in this moment right now, having this amazing conversation with you out there on the subject of change. In the moment that things are happening to us, we're unaware of the grander purpose, the greater picture of why we are experiencing what we're experiencing. And we have to look back and say, okay, well, what all happened? So by my mom moving us to Tucson, that's where I would be surrounded by my 2 very gay uncles. So I'm very happy and proud to call my uncles. They're my mom's brothers. And they're each of them one of 15 kids. So it tells you how big this family is. So here I am, discovering who I was, keeping it a secret, being in the closet about being a gay boy himself. And I was all of a sudden surrounded by the support of my gay uncles. That's a blessing to a gay child, because it was like, for once, I got a taste of what normalcy could feel like. I got a taste of what my life could be like as a gay person, because I had my own role models in front of me that were showing me that it was possible to live a happy gay life. And for a 14-year-old, that was a concept that I couldn't even grasp at the time. It was because my mom moved to Tucson that there I would end up going to, at college too, but to high school, where I would graduate number 4 out of 398 students. I would be an honors kid, an APs kid. I would win a full-on paid scholarship to go to France at the age of 17. I would represent my high school at a huge event for Arizona Boys State. All of these opportunities to set me up for this moment right here with you came from change, and sometimes the change in our pockets too. But the reality is that all of this happened, and then I would go on to experience my life and get my degree in accounting and teaching and all that, and with it would come change. When I entered the teaching world and taught for 4 years my English kids, and yes, I called them my kids despite people saying, "You shouldn't call them your kids." F that. They were my kids, because that's how I viewed them as. I wanted the best for them. I wanted the best life that I could offer to them. In 4 years, I would impact, I don't know how many, 180 times 4, I don't know, 700, 800 kids. Listen, I'm an accountant, but I don't use my head for math sometimes. I use a 10 key. But my point is that all of a sudden I'm impacting thousands of kids' lives. Change would happen. I would be let go. I would be forced out of the teaching industry. All to set me up for right here on the 9th floor to have this talk show to speak to you guys. Change happened. When I went to struggling to make money to now, a successful business, my first firm, JB Financial, that took change as well. It took my cousin to come live with me and to help me to realize that I needed to leave my house so that I could do my job. That was change. Hiring my first full-time employee, that was change. Because I had been used to doing it all myself. I had been used to answering the phone calls, fielding the sales calls, doing the data entry work, doing the end result, having the year-end meetings, preparing the tax returns, doing the marketing, doing the sales, doing the I don't know what else, the back systems, the back office, like all of that. Change. I hired my first employee, and that changed my practice. I got so addicted to the sensation that the work that I was responsible for, I could give it to someone else to do. And what that did is that gave me back my freedom. They gave me back my time. This is why we go into business, isn't it? Isn't that why you went into business? I know you're out there. I know you're listening. You wanted to go into business for yourself because you too wanted the freedom to do the things that you wanted to do. And what happens is we become so gratefully successful that all the workload falls on top of us. Like I just said, answering the phones, doing the work, la, 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 la. And so I took the plunge and I hired my first employee. That took change. From there, I expanded, and then I had to retract on purpose because I realized that the direction that I was going in my firm was not the direction that I wanted to take. I realized that the one thing I wanted to help the most with my clients was to help them to step up their game and to step in to the money that they deserved, to step into the profits that I knew they could have. I wanted to help them and to support them, to save them money from a government that didn't want their money. That required change. It required me becoming a certified tax coach so that I could understand how to take them from the simple understanding of their miles deduction to strategically taking their miles deduction to reduce their tax bill. That took change. From there, I was already an enrolled agent, but that was also change too. Because now I could go into representation. Now I could take people who were having problems already because they were not proactive, and now it was reactionary. Now I could help them through their own problems as well and save them not just $1, but millions of dollars. Took a lot of change, took a lot of faith, took a lot of confidence to get there. And then the belief system of I can do everything myself. I got this. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm brave. I'm cool. Like, I got this in the band bag. Like, what's up? But it took change to realize that I needed to invest in the coaches that have coached me, that have taught me and have shown me what is possible. My very first coach, she taught me what was possible, what was available to me at the end of if I put forth the work and the effort today. It took change. It reminded me when I was in school. When I was in school and my laptop was about to die out of power, because that's what's going to happen. So I got to find out how to plug this guy in for power. Okay, wait. So in real time, you're going to see what's happening here. Like, oh my God, like how embarrassing is this? My laptop's about to die. Like, seriously? Is there a way? Can we put on some music to pause the show? Oh my God, how embarrassing. Okay, wait. Don't panic, JB. This is change. That's what it is. It's all about change, isn't it? I'm about to change up something. And what that means is that I've got to just allow it to be and not have attachment. And that will keep me from being panicked and having anxiety about this like setup that I just did. So let me go see if I have my power cord in my bag. So until then, don't know how to entertain you other than I'll be right back. Show will return, I promise. I promise, I really do. Ba-ba-ba-da-bum. It's playing, I know. Well, you just got to roll with the punches, as they say, and got to accept change. Isn't that the moral of the story today? So Change, my friends, is in real life. You see this happening, right? You see the panic, you see the anxiety, you see the like, oh my gosh. But the point about this is that I don't know how many more minutes I have left to do this show in this time. Oh, wait a minute though. Hold on just a second, just a segundo. Listen, so change requires us sometimes to think on our feet and to really kind of figure out a way to solve a problem, isn't it? And in real time, you're seeing this is how it works. You see, here's the thing. I'm not attached to whether or not this works. And that keeps me in the zone of being peaceful. And change can kind of upset us and get us to be a little frantic and we're just not unaware. But we also have to have faith that we're going to prevail and we're going to come out at the end of this. And I do apologize because now I'm just rambling on as I get my solution. And my solution is to use my good old cell phone, which does have a charge. And I'm just getting the login code. So hopefully this will load up. Hopefully, there we go. Perfect. In real time. Here you go. This is what real business looks like, and real life scenarios look like. And allow map. Okay, I'll do that. Sounds good. Edit your browser settings to access to refresh again. Okay, wait a minute. What are you doing? Why is it doing that? All right, hold on, guys. My phone is going to let me. Let's see if I can do that. Your browser has blocked your mic. Enter your edit your browser settings. What does that mean? Okay, real time, you're seeing what's happening here. Okay, so let's try again. All right, nope. Okay, so that isn't working. So I will